Are you looking for the best EDC multi-tools? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best EDC multi-tools on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Leatherman Skeletool CX. It carries in the pocket just like a regular knife with a low-profile pocket clip. Pocket clips tend to catch on seatbelts and other things, so I really like that this one is removable and can be bent back into position when necessary. It's a small detail that can render an EDC tool useless because it won't stay in place and you won't carry it. The Skeletool CX is an ideal balance of size and utility. It has been my EDC companion for years, and has mostly replaced a regular pocket knife. It meets the needs of lots of everyday tasks with a blade, pliers, drivers, and bottle opener. This tool has medium-sized pliers with a needle nose point that are suitable for lots of tasks, including cutting small diameter wire. The plier handles are comfortable and appropriately sized, but make sure to not leave the flat bit in the driver socket in the handle or it will dig into your hand as you squeeze the pliers. The Skeletool holds 2 flat bits at a time, one in the driver socket and the other in the handle. Out of the box you get large and small Phillips and flat bits, but you can buy and swap for any number of Leatherman flat bits including Allen and Torx bits of varying sizes. Another advantage of the Skeletool is its compatibility with aftermarket accessories. For several years, I've had a hammer jammer, a 3D printed hammerhead and pry tool, installed on mine. It's a 3D printed stainless steel accessory that is perfect for prying or tapping on stuff. The Skeletool CX is excellent on its own, but it's perfect with this. The same company also makes a really cool Haviland-style scalpel blade holder that replaces the knife blade. Number 2. Milwaukee Fastback 5-in-1 with driver. An expensive EDC multi-tool isn't always the answer, and for many people, just adding a bit driver to a workhorse blade makes a huge improvement in utility. I always used to carry a Milwaukee Fastback folding knife in my pocket when I was working in the trades. I used it constantly for opening boxes and packaging and numerous other tasks. And I really liked that it was a solid pocket knife with a serrated first third of the blade, and it was inexpensive. I didn't want to bust up or potentially lose one of my Benchmade knives in a utilidor or manhole somewhere. If the 5-in-1 model had been available at that time, I would have loved it. I do now. The Milwaukee 5-in-1 Fastback is a pocket knife at its core, with a 3-inch heavy-duty stainless blade that can be flipped out with one hand when the safety lock button is pressed. It's a simple design with polymer grip scales and a reversible wire pocket clip that's easy to remove and bend back when you get it snagged on something and it loosens up. It has a bottle opener on the back of the blade, and a flip-out bit driver that locks into place, making the tool the length of a normal screwdriver. The bit driver holds a 2-sided bit in standard number 2 Phillips on one side and a flat bit on the other. The handle has a hole to accommodate a lanyard if you want one, and at $26, it's far and away the best bang for your buck in this lineup. Number 3. Griaitus Multi-Tool Pry Bar. For not having a blade, this heavy-duty EDC multi-tool is quite useful. It's got a Tonto-shaped chisel tip for getting leverage in tight spots, and you don't have to worry about bending or breaking it. On the other end, it's got a reversible 1/4-inch ratcheting driver that accepts any normal bits in addition to the Phillips and flat bits that are held in place by a rotating cover on the side of the pry tool. On the other side of the tool is a small, stainless steel eternity pen, held in place by 3 magnets. This little writing implement writes like a pencil, but is very durable and, as indicated, lasts a long time. I used it a lot in cold weather to write notes while out at the shooting range, and really grew to like this tool. A small cutting blade would make it the complete package, but not everyone really needs a blade in their multi-tool. The only drawback I found of this tool was that the pocket clip is brittle. As I do with most pocket clip carried items, I snagged the clip on something, bending it outwards. I tried to remove it and the small Torx screws wouldn't budge, so trying to bend it back towards the tool, so it would hold in place on the pocket when carried, and it snapped right off. I'd like to see a more flexible or easily fixable pocket clip used. Number 4. Edcfans Keychain Multi-Tool. Aside from pocket clip carry, a keychain is one of the most convenient and reliable ways to carry your EDC multi-tool. You'll almost always have your keys with you when you're out and about, and a multi-tool on your keychain frees up pocket space. This little tool from Edcfans is only $18, but contains a number of useful everyday tools and easily snaps onto your keyring via a small carabiner clip. It's got a short cutting blade that works well for opening boxes and packaging. It's not ideally shaped or sized for hunting or more serious applications. The blade folds out and locks in the open position. The other fold-out tool functions as a pry tool, chisel-type tool, bottle opener, can opener, a 1/4-inch wrench, and small nail puller. You wouldn't want to be using this tool all day. I don't think it would hold up to lots of abuse, but for an inexpensive tool to keep at the ready for when you might need something in a pinch, it's a great little option. Easy to carry on keychain. Lots of tools in a tiny package. Fulfills many EDC simple tasks. Affordable. Number 5. Gerber Gear Armbar Trade 8-in-1 Pocket Knife EDC Multi Tool. For quality and number of tools in a tiny package, the Gerber Armbar Trade is a top contender. This tool is about the size of a small to medium-sized pocket knife, though it's thicker than it is wide. It has a nice pocket clip that doesn't snag easily, and could be fixed if it gets bent out too far. This tool has one of my favorite blades in this lineup. It's a simple, small, and sleek drop point design that's thick and durable while being easy to sharpen. The only downside of this tool is that because it's thicker than it is wide, it's difficult to manipulate the blade with one hand. The Armbar Trade also has a nice bit driver that magnetically retains a double-sided flat/Phillips style bit. It has a 2.2-inch, fold-out saw and small punch/awl in its handle as well. On the end opposite the accessory hinge is a hammering surface that folds out to do double duty as a pry tool and bottle opener. This is feature-rich tool for how small it is. The only real downside is that its thickness to width ratio make it a little clumsy to operate with one hand and it wants to roll when clipped in your pocket. Lots of tools in a small, tough package. Durable pocket clip. Nice, easy to sharpen knife blade. Driver is easy to use. Hammering surface folds out as pry tool/bottle opener.